Welcome back to the lunch table, hip hop food for thought. I'm Nico Blitz, and I told my homegirl Jasmine, like, yo, we're probably gonna have to cut out the hip hop because we're kind of just interviewing like very interesting people. She was like, yo, I want to bring in this dude. He's a photographer. He's dope. I think she met him like, I don't know, some time ago, and he goes by the name of Christian Smiley. Christian, what's poppin', man?
What's up, man? Nice to meet you.
Yo, how's life, bro?
It's it's life.
Life is life?
Yeah, life is life, man. I'm just, as I tell a lot of people, just going with the flow. Just
Yeah. You
doing
know,
my thing.
let me bring this up right now before I forget. Like, it was on your Instagram, and I wanted to ask you about this initially. Let's see here. Christian. All right. As soon as I open up your Instagram, like the first thing it says is you'll realize it someday.
Yeah.
Can you break that? What is it, man? What is it?
Nah, that's it actually means a lot of things. It's like, I feel like one of the things it really means is like from looking at social media, like nowadays, people kind of, I feel like, rely on that too much. And it's just basically saying, like, you'll realize, like, you don't really need this. You know what I'm saying? Like, I use it, and a lot of people use it for, like, our whole platform to, like, try to help people or to just share my work, pretty much. You know what I'm saying? So, but people get too caught up into it, and they kind of just think that's life, but it's not, So,
But from your perspective, like, what do you think people are like really using it for?
well, from my perspective, it's like I said, it's just to kind of share our work, But it's just, I know there's a lot of people out there that just use it, to kind of put this fake facade.
Like a facade,
and,
yeah.
But it's like, I feel like eventually you'll realize, it's not real life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you see a lot of things on social media, and it's like, everything's all good, but everything's not all good,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's good and bad to everything, but you only see the good parts.
Well,
on social media.
it's like social media is kind of our highlight reel.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, I've heard somebody mention it's just one big high school, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, everybody's just trying to, like, impress people,
Yeah.
So, and I've caught myself, like, I'll admit I've caught myself, trying to do that sometimes, but it's like, for the most part, I want people to, like, realize, like, we all go through things, and none of us are living that perfect life that, you
For
think,
sure.
You think these celebrities are living. It's like,
No, because at the end of the day, it's like, because I work in radio, and it's like I meet celebrities like every single day.
Right.
And it took me a while to actually realize, like truly realize that all these celebrities are just people.
Exactly, yeah. So, but yeah, that's one of the things. And I mean, it's really, when you look at it, like, if you read that, it's whatever you want it to be. Like, I usually don't even tell people, but, when you read, like, you'll realize it someday that it's whatever you think.
Yeah.
So.
For sure, because I know people who just aren't even on social media right now, and to me, it kind of comes off on like, initially it came off on like, how are you living?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, how do you keep yourself updated with everyone else's lives? But then I've come to realize, like, even though I have social media and I follow like X amount of people, you follow X amount of people, like, it's still even very difficult to, like, I guess, keep track of what every single person is doing. And to me, it's just like, there's honestly no way you can keep track of like what's going on with the rest of your life while also, or what's going on with like other people's lives, and at the same time trying to promote your highlight reel to everybody.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, it's way too insane, man. So, you as a photographer, like, let me know more about you. Like, where are you from?
I was born in L.A.
Okay.
originally, and my mom moved me and my older brother out to Atlanta. So I've been back and forth from Atlanta to L.A. since I was about like 3 years old. But
Damn, dude.
I lived out there. I went to school out there and everything in Atlanta. And all of my family is from out here though, so I would come out here and visit family every like 3 times a year basically. So,
Yeah. What'd you go out to school for?
What do you mean? Like
Like you said, you went to school in Atlanta.
I went to school like I'm saying like I went to school like middle school, high school.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I basically lived my like social life like
In
as a
Atlanta.
kid growing up out there. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then, when did you move back to LA? Like
After I graduated high school, I decided to move back out here, and just to basically get myself going, because that's when I started getting into photography. So I moved out here and was like, I want to go full on with it. So I just thought this was a better place to,
to like pursue photography and all that. Yeah, that's true. I mean, I heard Atlanta's kind of like, it's one of those major cities that are kind of like LA, but then I still get this idea that nothing's really like LA, not even New York.
Nah, it's a completely different world out there. It's like, I mean, it's booming now. You see a lot of like music artists coming out of there, and they've been coming out of there. But like, as far as for me personally, just the whole like opportunity was just greater out here for me. So,
Yeah. So then what probed you to want to be in photography then? Because
originally my older brother. So my older brother's a photographer. My brother Terrence. He's been doing it since, I don't know, he was probably like 15 or something. But I got a camera. My mom got me a camera for my birthday one year. I was like 17. I didn't even use it then. Like, she got it for me. It just sat in my room for a whole year. Like, for real, it just collected dust. But it wasn't until like I got a job. I was working at a grocery store. I got a job working there, and I was just like, I can't do this. Like, you know.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I saw that as my ticket out, basically. I saved up for a better camera, and then, eventually started taking it really serious. So basically, yeah.
What camera did your mom get versus what camera did you end up buying?
So it was a little Canon Rebel, like it was a Canon Rebel XSI.
Okay.
Like, didn't do video, none of that. It's a cool startup camera.
Yeah.
But got it at a pawn shop. It was stolen. Got it at a pawn shop for I think like 200 or something. And then I used that. I was using that until I saved up and got my own. And that's the one I'm using now still. The one I saved up for.
That's crazy, dude.
5D Mark III. So.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Okay. Shouts out to our cameras. Ours are trash compared to his.
Yeah, that was like a good 3,000 at the time. So. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. That's a crazy ass camera, bro. Because I remember going into Best Buy and at the time I didn't really know what the fuck type of cameras would do what. So then I kind of just went with like these Canons, because then all the homies had Canons. So I was like, okay, if something fucks up, I can at least go to a homie.
Yeah, it's like at the time though, like I thought I needed that camera, but I didn't.
Yeah,
like, it's really not even about that.
So why'd you stick with it?
What do you mean, the 5D?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm saying like I thought I needed a better camera at the moment, but now it's like I realized like after like learning more about photography, it's not even about the camera.
Yeah.
I mean, it does make a difference, but I mean, it's not necessary, I would say. I know a lot of great photographers with, cheap cameras. So, yeah.
So then what's really like the difference maker? Because, as you said, I have homies who are like, yo, how much is the camera? Mm-hmm. And they're like, oh, 15. Oh, no, get like a camera that's another 500. It's like, it doesn't really make, you know what I mean? Like, I know it's about, at least from my perspective, I think it's about the lens.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, mostly, yeah, it's about that. But from the first camera I was using to the camera I have now, it's like, it's about what I really wanted that for was full frame. You see a lot more.
Yeah.
And it's a lot, it's a lot more clear, but I could have worked with what I have for a little longer, I think. But it was just the, like, seeing a 5D, I'm like, man, I need this. And at the time I was like 18, and I'm like, seeing other photographers, I'm like, what camera are you using? They're like, oh, I got a 5D. I'm like, all right, if I get a 5D, then maybe my pictures will look a little bit better. But that was, nah.
So what's the difference maker? Just like the trial and error that people go through?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. It's like, or when you ask that, what do you mean? Like, what's the difference maker between?
Yeah, because with the idea that like, oh, if I get a 5D, I could shoot like this guy.
Yeah, no, it's not like that at all. It's just about basically your eye and composition, lighting, all of that. That's what plays a factor in how your pictures look. and I learned that just like shooting. My brother told me that though. He told me like, he's like, why are you trying to buy this expensive ass camera? I'm just like, I don't know. Like, I want my pictures to look good, but it's not about that though. It's about how you actually shoot, because I shoot film now. I mean, I still use my 5D, but I shoot film now, and it's like my 5D has, HD and all that, but this old film camera I'm using that's from like the 70s,
What the fuck?
So it's like my pictures still look good using a film camera from the 70s, you know what I'm saying? So
the motherfuckers probably look at your shit like, yo, what filter did you use?
Yeah, exactly. No, I get that all the time. People hit me up like, yo, what filter did you use for this? I'm like, it's a film camera, bro.
Yeah, it's like, bro, it's just an old ass camera. Yeah. It's crazy how you can make it work though, because I think people I don't think people really like test the maximum capacity that like all this equipment can do, because like even like in this technological age, let's say iPhones for example, right? We're so probed to just wait for the next year because there's like one little extra thing, and it's like with the way technology is moving, it's like we don't learn to use what we have because we know something quote unquote better is going to come like in the near future. Yeah,
and I mean, we all know they do that just for money, but a lot of that stuff's not necessary. Like what the iPhone XS or something came out just now, and it's like I haven't even had my I got an iPhone 10. I haven't even had that for like a whole year yet.
Yeah, exactly.
And they just came out with that, and it's like the difference is what, more megapixels and
and it's just like, okay, so what's your perspective on like, I guess the iPhone photographer, because Apple's like constantly trying to make photography that much more easier for like the simple people.
Yeah, I actually saw that on the new ones they just came out with. Like you can change the whole like what's it called, apertures on the iPhone now, and
the rack focus is becoming a lot easier.
Yeah, I'm not. Some people were kind of complaining about it, but I don't really see the need to complain about people that use iPhones to shoot, because if you think about it, you got big companies and corporations that need photographers. Like everybody needs a photographer, but you're not gonna see somebody doing that job with the iPhone. Like you're not gonna see a ad on a billboard that's not shot with an iPhone. You know what I'm saying? It's shot with the actual camera. So people were worried about like, oh, eventually we're gonna be moving into like everybody's gonna be using phones for cameras now and doing jobs, and I don't really think it's gonna be like that.
So you don't think like the use of actual cameras is ever gonna die?
Nah, I don't think so. Personally, I don't think so. Nah. At the most, it'll be like some weird shit coming out with cameras, like some all touchscreen camera or something. I don't know. But nah, I don't think people don't have anything to worry about when it comes to cameras not being used anymore.
Nah, not one bit. Because like I think just maneuvering. I remember I had this class, and the professor had told me like, hey, you don't need to go out and buy a camera, just use your iPhone. And I kept on scratching my head like, okay, but you can't adjust the aperture, you can't adjust the ISO, you can't do anything with it, and I can't imagine a time in which Apple will actually make those things like valid on their product.
Yeah, now they're doing it though.
Now they're doing it, so I kind of like, I bit my tongue on that shit. I'm like, bro, like, it's crazy how quickly everything's transforming, and like, I don't know, man. I don't like to think that my cameras over here are obsolete, but it's like,
nah. But it is interesting, just seeing, all the new technology coming out, like the fact that you can do that with your iPhone. Because I actually know, I have a friend named Hennessy. His actual name is Hennessy. He's a big photographer out in New York. He started out shooting. He was shooting on his iPhone for years. Actually doing jobs with it. He's doing pretty well. But I didn't even know until I asked him like, yo, what are you shooting with? Like, oh, my iPhone. I'm like, damn. But it's all about like how you shoot again.
Yeah.
And how you edit too sometimes. But yeah,
that's true. Hopefully, like. Because even like with the editing and whatnot, I think people get so caught up in trying to really Photoshop their shit that it's like you can't really tell what's real anymore.
Yeah. That's kind of why transition to film. And I like shooting 35 millimeter film because it's just a lot more natural. You know, I never really did the whole like Photoshop thing in the first place. At the most, it would be just like throwing little like filters when I first started. You know, throwing filters. You know about Visco, like using that, and then
shit. Right now they have like that Fuji film.
Yeah, that
filter right now.
That's trash though.
What?
Yeah,
that shit's fire, man.
That's trash. I wouldn't like. I've used it, but I've never like used it. Like I've you know tested it out, and it's just like that's not it.
It's whatever.
That's not it.
Yeah.
But yeah.
What? Why though? Like I don't know. It just looks really cool. It gets that vintage look from like the disposables.
Nah, man, it's not the same. It's not the same at all. Like it's not the same look. You can tell. It's like that VCR app. You like?
I got that too.
Yeah, that was kind of cool until like I started seeing people actually like that's coming back now. Like people are doing the whole Super 8 film and like VCR films for actual like projects now.
Yeah.
But when you can just see the difference, it's not like I would rather get an actual VCR camera and do it. You know?
Yeah.
But.
So you mentioned that like VCR film is like coming back. I'm not like too tapped in with the photography film world like that. Like, are there just as like there's trends with like clothes and like music? Are there like trends when it comes to photography and film?
Yeah. I would say, the whole concert photography and portraits you see, like about Gunnar Stahl. I don't know if you know about Gunnar Stahl. Gunnar Stahl, he's a I would say like portrait photographer. He shoots a lot of artists. Like he's very well known from Atlanta, and I feel like after he started doing that, you see a lot of people using point and shoots for artists, like try to get backstage and capture a portrait of an artist. Like he kind of pushed that, kind of made that like, he kind of made that pop.
Thing,
yeah. So that was a whole trend. I feel like it still is kind of. And concert photography in itself, like when I first started, I didn't really see a lot of that on Instagram. It was a lot of like street photography.
Yeah.
But since music is at where it's at now, everybody wants to, I guess, be a part of that. So there's a lot of people trying to do like concert photography, which is cool. There's nothing wrong with it, but like that's just a thing. Like people, it's kind of like a trend.
Yeah. Or even like shooting artists in that sense too.
That's a whole like. I feel like a whole trend now.
So,
and a lot of that, like, cornier stuff I see is like the whole Christmas lights, like, around your head. Like, I don't know if you've seen those pictures.
Yeah. It's kind of weird. It's kind of weird.
That's actually a trend, though. Like, I would call that, like, a trend. Like, people were doing that for a long time.
Yeah. So then did you get into, like, artist photography because of the trend, or, like, was there something about music that really just, like, stood out to you and you said?
Nah, I got into it. My first concert I shot was not even like I snuck my camera in and like I still do this to this day, but I stuck my camera in and
shouts out to the security guards at all the festivals.
Nah, for real though, because like sometimes it's like it's a whole like I don't know if you've been to South by Southwest.
Nah, I haven't.
But there's some things you can't get into, and it's like I'm gonna make my way somehow. You know?
Yeah.
Just get my camera in. But my first concert I shot was Kyle. I don't know if Kyle the rapper.
Super Duper Kyle, yeah.
That was in Atlanta. He had came out, and the homie hit me up, was like, yo, tickets are like $20, you want to go? At the time, I'm like, man, $20 is a lot of money. Like, I'm not trying to spend that. But he was like, it's going to be fun, whatever. So I bought some tickets to that show, got my camera in. They weren't really tripping, but got my camera in, and I shot that. I posted something on Instagram, and his... I don't know, DJ or like...
Oh, Brick?
Brick, yeah. Brick saw it, was like, yo, whenever you're in LA, like, hit me up. Like, I like this picture. I'm like, damn, like, this is tight. Like,
that's cool.
So it's like, from then, I kind of fell in love with it. Like, just the whole, like, I'm not really too big of a fan of Kyle, but just the fact that, having somebody recognize you from,
for
it's
sure.
Cool. So, coming out... When I really started doing it was one of the first, I forget which Camp Flognaw it was, but I got invited out to Camp Flognaw from Haji. I don't know if you know Haji.
Yeah,
from Our Future.
bro. I was scrolling through your Instagram right before you got here, and then I actually seen a picture of Haji.
Yeah, that's the homie. He's like real
That's tight.
cool. But he gave me a little, what's it called, wristband for backstage or whatever. So I brought my camera with me, and then I was seeing everybody there, and I was able to just like get access through everywhere. So I'm like, I'm gonna go ahead and shoot. Shot YG, Mac Miller, rest in peace.
Yeah,
Mac Miller was there. A lot of people, Janae Aiko, and from then on, like I had so much content to post after that, so it just kept rolling. Did
you feel validated because you were there, surrounded by all these amazing talents in hip hop?
I wouldn't say I felt validated. It was for some reason kind of felt normal. Like nowadays, like back then, I guess it didn't feel too normal. It was a little, what's the word, like overwhelming. It was a little overwhelming just being around everybody. Like literally all these artists that I've listened to, like, being around everybody backstage. Playboi Carti was there, and what's his name? Omarion, like like weird, but he was there. And just being around that was kind of overwhelming, but I wouldn't say I felt validated though. No.
Yeah, but I can, like just being around all those people, I could see how you can get overwhelmed hella easily.
Yeah, because it's like, bro, I like grew up listening to a lot of these people,
It's like, bro, you're on my iPod.
Yeah, for real. Like I'm sitting there like 5 feet away from like YG and the rest of his homies, like I listen to YG on a regular basis, and he's like right here. But now it's like it's normal now,
Do you have like conversations with these people, or is it just like you take a shot then dip?
Some yeah. Like I've actually like talked to not to really like name drop or nothing, but I've talked to a few people like what's his name from Our Future, like Damo. Like I grew up listening to like that whole side, and that's actually kind of crazy. Like now, just being from when I met Haji to now, it's like we're actually cool. But like high school, I was listening to his music. Like it's my favorite person out of Our Future, and it's like oh, now we're like
now
homies.
You're just like homies.
But yeah, like being at some of these places backstage, I do get the opportunity to talk to some people, but most of the time it is just kind of like shoot and go. Like, not really. And a lot of artists are not like kind of what you think they are anymore. Like
What do you mean?
Like just meeting certain people is kind of like, somebody said this, like meeting somebody you look up to can be very disappointing because you meet them and you think that they're somebody else, but it's either they're like, I wouldn't say they're like assholes, but some of them are, and some of them, they got something to do or whatever. Like I met Janae Aiko, she like had to rush, and I couldn't get a picture, but that's cool. I understand that. But it's interesting.
I mean, I get you though, because that reminds me of this J. Cole line that sticks out to me all the time. It's like it's something like, we climb up the flagpole just to realize that your heroes were some assholes.
Oh yeah, see,
I mean, it's that type of shit, because it's just like I met the dude J. Cole, and I was like, okay, like you're cool. You're in a fucking wife beater, some shorts, you're chill. You're asking me questions about life. It's tight. Yeah. And then I'll meet some artists on the side, and it's like sometimes they're just like rude. They don't fuck with you. It's like, you know what? I'm gonna just give you the benefit of the doubt right now. You're low key like wasted, so it's like it's whatever. But at the same time, I guess it should like, people don't understand that, like I'm sure you meet people on like a pretty frequent basis, and it's like, I guess whenever people like just meet people in passing, there's not really too much opportunity to show exactly who that person is, because you don't know what the fuck is going on at that point in time or in their head. Right.
Yeah. And I do that's why when I do get the chance to actually meet artists and they take the time out to like, take a picture, like, talk to me, I appreciate that. Because there's some artists like I never thought that they would be that cool. Like I don't know if you heard about like Ski Mask, the Slump God. Like I don't listen to him, like nothing like that. But meeting him at Jambalaya Festival in Austin like a few months ago, I met him, and he was real cool, like real cool. But you know, you see him on social media, you might not really
exactly
think that. But yeah, he was cool. Like stopped, and he actually wanted me to take a picture. He was with what's his name, Young Thug, and what's the dude with the red hair?
Yachty?
No.
Trippy
Red. Yeah, he was with Trippy Red and Young Thug, and he was like, "Yo, take a picture of all of us." And Young Thug wasn't with it though. He
okay.
But yeah, some of those people are really cool. Like, I never got the chance to meet J. Cole. That's actually pretty tight.
Yeah,
that you met him. Like, that's cool.
Well, shit, low key, like I want to meet I want to meet the Trippy Reds and like the Ski Masks because like even like Tekashi, I want to meet him. You know what I mean? Just because like, you know, going back to that whole highlight reel we were talking about on social media, I feel like half of it is like a facade for entertainment, just like get people to look at them. But it's like I really want to get to like know these people. So it's really cool how you met Ski Mask and Trippy, and you know, from your perspective at least, they're just really cool people at the end of the day.
Some of them are just normal people, you know, like Trippy Red also, like he seemed like a normal dude, you know, just like a kid, like, you know, like me. So,
how old are you?
I just turned 22.
Oh shit!
A month ago.
Oh, dude! Happy belated birthday, my G! Shit, man.
Yeah, I just turned like exactly a month ago. Actually, I turned 22
on 25th.
Yeah.
Shit, cool,
August,
man,
yeah.
cool.
But,
damn, 22 years old, dude. It's nuts how like you're doing all this crazy shit and you're only 22 years old.
I'm
only saying that because like you've been to like fucking South by Southwest, Jambalaya, Camp Flognaw, and you're meeting all these fucking people before you even break a quarter century, which I'm at right now. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, there's people younger than me doing it, like, but yeah, man. I was thinking about this the other night, just like if you put just like a timeline, like if you like look at all the things that I've done, like it's crazy. I never really thought I would be doing all of this, you know.
Damn.
It's really crazy. I went from just like doing nothing, like you know, regular high school kid, and I kind of always felt that I would be doing something creative, but never thought, you know, I'd be traveling and doing all that. And it's just from meeting people.
Yeah.
Like, you know.
So you kind of just went in this with no expectations then, huh?
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, I literally, people ask me like, "Yo, how do you do this and that?" Like I don't have an answer. Like, it just happens, you know.
Honestly, bro, like I be telling people like half the time it's literally just going out and doing it.
Yeah.
Like when you come to realize, like, even though there's like laws in the U.S., laws in the world, like there really isn't any rules about like how to go about things. You feel me?
Right.
Like you kind of just have to figure the shit out and see what works for you.
Yeah, and that's the whole thing. Like there's no like secret to it. Like there's no secret to doing what you want to do. You literally, like you said, you have to just go out and do it.
Yeah.
And it's just throughout meeting like really cool people, like I've been able to, you know, do what I'm doing now. Like going to South by Southwest, the only reason I went to South by Southwest was from working. I used to work at K-Swiss. I was like I was a intern, basically, like a paid intern, but I was there for a year, like on the marketing team and in-house photographer.
Yeah.
So like they flew me out to Texas one year, and then from there, like I met one of the homies, like one of my best friends right now, Matt. I met him, and through meeting him, like I've done a lot of other stuff through that. So, you know, it's just meeting people, like different things. So
yeah, that's really all it. So like what's your day-to-day basis then, like, because I can't imagine, I mean, I know you're meeting people every single day, but like I don't know what a photographer's day-to-day basis would look like. Like, would you just like hit up a homie and be like, yo, like, let's shoot today? Or do you set up meetings with like certain like people you want to work with?
Yeah, for the most part, like it's just like I'll hit somebody up like, yo, you down to shoot this day? And we go out and shoot, and from there, yeah. other than like people hitting me up, like, you know, there's this coming up, this festival, this concert coming up, you down to shoot it, like, you know, I do a lot of that. Like, I don't, you might not even see a lot of that stuff on social media. Like, I don't put everything on there, but yeah, I do like little shows here and there, like just for a quick like $50 sometimes, you know.
Yeah.
But
is that how you get like your main income, from like the shows and like people hitting you up?
Shows don't even pay a lot. Like, shows don't even pay a lot, but projects and campaigns do. Like, I did a campaign for Reebok recently, like a few months ago, and that, you know, that pays a lot. But freelancing though, like, it's actually really hard. It's like you do a job and then that money comes in like in like 30 to 60 days and you gotta wait for that, and that's like, yeah, but it's fun though. It's like you got the freedom to do whatever, you know, because when I was at K-Swiss, it was like I couldn't shoot for Adidas and Reebok working at K-Swiss because that's in my contract. I can't do that. But now I have the freedom to like work with so many different brands, you know.
So then how long are you like tapped in with like certain brands like K-Swiss, for example? Like, are you freelancing for them for like a month, like 2 months?
No, it's really just like every now and then. I just started working for, or not even working for, I just started like doing work for Reebok, because before that I did something for Adidas. I did some, that was like really random. This really big photographer named Brian Willett, I think that's how you say his last name, hit me up and was like, yo, or he actually posted something on his story about like some secret meeting. I don't know, like, but he was
meet
like,
me in the alley.
Yeah, like, no, it was really like that.
Really?
Yeah, it was like something crazy. He just like posted on his stories like secret meeting on Melrose at the Adidas store or something. I don't even think he said Adidas store, but he was like, secret meeting here, like, hit me up if you want to go. So, like, I just like hit him up and I DM'd him, and like he didn't even know who I was, but apparently like through that he sent out a bunch of what's it called? He sent out a bunch of accounts to Adidas, and they picked from that. So when I showed up, he was like, "Yo, I didn't even know you were gonna be here." He was like, "I didn't even know you were gonna make it." He was like, "I was hoping you came," but he was like, "I literally just sent like 20 different Instagrams, and Adidas picked through whoever."
Oh, that's crazy.
So they chose, I think I want to say it was like 10 of the best photographers in LA, and we all just roamed the streets and did that.
That's nuts.
Through that is when I started working with Reebok, because it was under there's this like creative, I don't even know what you call them, like this like kind of like marketing team, or like, you know, they're based out in Oregon as well, but they work with Adidas, Reebok, you know, all of that. So they liked my work from the Adidas show, or we actually did a whole, like, we shot and then the next day we did a gallery. So like they liked my work from that, and then was like, "Yo, let's throw you on for some Reebok stuff." So going back to what you were asking though, it's like right now it's kind of spotty. It's not like I'm not like strictly on you know, one thing. So it's not, you know, it's a couple different projects every now and then.
Well, it also kind of goes to show that's like you wouldn't have gotten noticed by like Adidas or Reebok if you hadn't reached out. Right. But even if you reach out, you still need work to show for from your end too. Yeah. And I think people have this expectation like, oh, if I just keep on tagging Adidas or tagging, you know, all these people on Instagram, somebody's going to notice. But literally, it just sounds like your secret was just like, yo, I just found this dude's Instagram story. I hit this motherfucker up. He sent my shit over. They saw my work. And then, you know, that's it.
Yeah, that's really what it is. Like, most of the time, it's your portfolio, I would say. Like, just your work speaks for itself. So most of the time, I'm not even really like reaching out. Like, sometimes I do to shoot shows here and there. Like, I'll reach out, but most of the time it's like people seeing you and then your name just gets passed on. It's like, over and over again. It's literally just
not even recycling your work, but it's literally just keep on creating content for people to like look back at.
Yeah.
That's why when you told me like, oh, because okay, for instance, I scrolled all the way down your Instagram, and then the first photo you had was like Randy's Donuts with like this old ass Instagram filter.
That was like
that was 2014.
Yeah, that was before I even picked up a camera.
Yeah.
You know, that's just I was just like riding down the street or something. I don't know. I don't really remember that.
But you know what I mean? It's just like you can like I can go on your Instagram, look back at that first photo, and then literally see like the progression you've made over years.
That's why I keep everything up. You know, I keep all my old work up just to, not even really for other people to see, just for myself to see like how far I've come. You know, and like not even speaking like how far I've come in my career. I'm just saying like how far I've come as far as like how my work looks, you know, because you'll look at my older work and it looks different than what it is now. But yeah.
So then, last question I'm gonna ask you, man. Like, are you happy with the way things are going for you right now as a photographer?
Yeah. Like, sometimes I find myself like wanting more. I mean, I always actually find myself wanting more, but for the most part, yeah, like I'm happy with what I'm doing, or I wouldn't be doing it, you know. But it's a whole process, you know, just trying to get to where I'm trying to get, and I don't even know exactly where that is. You know what I'm saying? It's like I'm chasing something, but I don't fully know what it is. I know what I want to do, but the more I go through, I guess, life or whatever, it's like I find myself wanting more, you know. But yeah, like overall, yeah, I'm happy with what I'm doing, you know, or where I am.
That's what's up, man. Christian Smiley, he keeping smiles on his face and all that, man. Christian, man, where can they find you on the gram and all that?
You can find me on Instagram. I guess search Christian Smiley or Puro Mind, PUERILEMIND. I guess, yeah. So.
And do you have like a portfolio anywhere online that people can like see your stuff?
My website, which is not up right now because that's like $96 and I don't want to pay that. So yeah, but it'll be up soon because I got a lot of stuff coming out. So yeah, that'll be up. Yeah.
Christian Smiley, everybody, yo, thank you for first and foremost being the first photographer on here that we interviewed, man. Yeah, the first, bro.
That's what's up.
You fucking setting the trend, my G.
Yeah, thank you for having me, though.
No problem, man. Yeah. I'm Nico, Blitz, Christian Smiley. This is the lunch table, and we are out, everybody. Peace.